This is WTAE Channel 4 Pittsburgh. Channel 4 Action News Special Report starts now.
The night that matters. A night of high hopes.
And slow starts. Of rough spots and setbacks.
A time for decisions. A time to rise.
And they did. If you've waited this long, come this far,
Fought this hard, lit dreams anew, then it's time.
to seal it, to own it.
A night of thunder and lightning and victory.
Channel 4 Action News Super Bowl 40 coverage launches like a rocket in 90 seconds.
Congratulations, Steelers. Get to your nearest Dick's Sporting Goods for your official Steelers Reebok Super Bowl championship lockers, hats, and t-shirts. Every championship celebration starts at Dick's.
Defense hit that second down play. I think they had to come up with something like this, where you give them that you're going to pass, then you get a little counter, a good block there. You just get by that safety. Again, they had that 8th man up. Once you get by with that nickel, you only have one safety back there, and you outrun that guy.
It's a touchdown for the Steelers away. Seattle about 25. It's over at the 40. Let's go to Susie Colbert.
Well, the Seahawks defense already down 3-6.
The first half was a mess at the end. The end of this drive was a mess for Seattle's offense.
But how about Bill Cowher? You talking about coaches, and I said earlier his yeah, but he hasn't won the big one. Yeah, but he hasn't won the Super Bowl. He's won it today.
You bet. His daughters are there. And that's always been the thing. You're right, John. It's that yeah, but thing, you know.
How about that? Let's hear it, Steeler Nation. One for the thumb. You bet. The black and gold bringing in Motown.
Yeah, and it was a grind. Ben, Jerome, and Willie and Hines. The Steelers win. Bettis retires, and I believe he may be talking right now. I believe he just talked to some reporters. We're going to get that tape queued up in a second. We're going to have all of it here. The running, the diving, the gadget plays, the defense, whatever it took. The fans are jazzed tonight. The 12th man making the difference from Pittsburgh to Detroit. We're going to get all the terrible towels in there. Super Bowl 40 now in the record books, and our Channel 4 Action News special report is ready to roll.
How about let's go straight to the field right now with Sally and Mike and Andrew there, and you can see all the celebrations in Detroit and here in Pittsburgh at home with all the terrible towels. What's happening out there, guys?
Michelle, hello, and good evening from Ford Field in Pittsburgh. in Detroit. Although it feels like Pittsburgh with all these Steeler fans celebrating finally a world championship. Their long, long wait.
This city has waited 26 years. This coach has waited 10 years to avenge a loss in the Super Bowl. Jerome Bettis has waited 13 years, a fabulous Hall of Fame career. And the Rooneys have waited for one more trophy. The wait is over, and what a dramatic stage for the bus to roll off into the sunset.
That's right. Hey, let's bring in Heath Miller, Steeler rookie tight end. Heath, how are you?
How are you, guys?
I'll tell you, Heath, first of all, first year in the NFL, you get all the way to the big game, and you guys pull it off. Just what's going through your mind right now?
There's no better feeling than to end it this way, especially for this veteran group of guys who have fought for so many years. To go out like this year, it's no better feeling.
You are rookie. I mean, how do you top this? A Super Bowl your first year?
I don't think you can, but hopefully we can do this over and over again as many times as possible.
Were you guys a little bit tight in the first of that first quarter, that first couple?
I think we would have liked to play it a little better, especially early on, but credit our defense. They kept us in the ball game until we were able to get some points on the board, and our hat goes off to them.
Heath, tell me exactly what you thought about this turnout of fans. I mean, this was like Heinz Field, a Steeler home game all night long.
It's been a while since we played in front of this many Steelers fans, but it means so much to win this game, to win it in front of them, and for them because they're such big fans.
I'll tell you, first of all, I got to tell you, Willie Parker and Hines Ward, two guys who made huge plays. And you know what's interesting? Both their touchdowns were plays that took place during the Cleveland games. I mean, was Willie Parker's touchdown run the same kind of run he made against Cleveland to start the second half back in late November?
I don't think it was the same type of play, but it was the same. Once he got through the line, nobody's going to catch him. And after that part, it was all the same.
What did Coach Cowher say to you guys in the locker room? Because when he was going off the field, he told ABC that he hoped that Ben would settle down. What, was it kind of we're in this, it's okay?
Well, we knew we were in the ball game, and we knew what offense we had to go out and execute. We were beating ourselves and doing things to stop ourselves. So we came out, got some big plays in the second half, and got a lead.
Well, was the key play that really relaxed you guys and we thought, we got him?
I don't know, just a couple times I thought we were going to take over, but credit Seattle's offense. They kept putting points on the board, and so it's never really a time we thought we had it in the bag.
Heath, can we see that World Championship shirt that you're holding? Let's see what that looks like. And as you show that off, Coach Cowher, the emotion on his face, I mean, it looked like he had this huge weight lifted off his chest.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to see him, but he's been doing this for so long, came close so many times, and to come home with the title, I'm sure he's ecstatic.
Are your parents here, Heath?
Yes, they are here.
Have you seen them yet?
Yeah, they came out of the crowd and were able to see the festivities, so they're having as much fun as me.
Well, Heath, hey, congratulations on being a world champion your first year. You got a lot to live up to the rest of your career.
All right, thank you very much.
Heath Miller, I'll tell you. Heath Miller, obviously very, very happy, but tonight's really belonged to Jerome Bettis. I mean, even though Jerome...
We got
actually, wait a minute.
Here.
Wait a minute, we got another interview here.
All right, guys.
We've got Ike Taylor joining us, the cornerback who made a big pick late in the game to stall a Seahawk drive. Ike, first of all, you were overwhelmed by this whole Super Bowl experience when I talked to you on Tuesday. How's it feel now to be champion of the world?
I'm so overwhelmed. It's a great feeling right now. To be honest with you, I really don't know what to say.
Describe what happened, that pick in the fourth quarter, because that really kept them from finishing a drive.
I had that same play in the first quarter, and I dropped it. So I told myself at halftime, if you have another opportunity to come on with a play, and that's what I did.
Ike, all week long, we look at the Seahawks and get a whole lot of respect. People just didn't think they were that good. Were you surprised at how competitive they were, especially considering in the first half, they let a lot of opportunities slip away that might have given them the lead?
Yeah, they came out fighting. You know, we knew it was going to come out fighting. They came out way a lot, but our coach prepared me well for this week.
And I'll tell you, the emotion. I mean, you guys are going to be thrilled to see all these fans here for this ultimate moment in your football career.
It felt like a home game. We got fans everywhere. For real. We got fans everywhere. I love it right now. I don't like it, I love it.
Well, they love you too, Ike Taylor. I think we have to let you go because I think there's a lot of other people who want to get a piece of you right now, and an entire city and Western Pennsylvania that wants a piece of you on Tuesday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Super Bowl champs, baby.
All right, Ike, congratulations. Ike Taylor, a very happy man. And of course, Sally, this tonight really belonged to Jerome Bettis, who wanted to win here in Detroit. We wondered if it would be his final game. When he got up on the podium after the game, he finally revealed his plans, and as you might expect, a storybook ending for the bus here in his hometown.
Absolutely, and there at the beginning, the team usually would have come out together, but instead he led them out and then welcomed them onto the field at the opening of the game, and it was perfect.
Let's hear from Jerome Bettis after the game.
Wants to say hello to the bus. Jerome, the story could not be sweeter. How did you feel?
It feels incredible. I mean, my teammates, you know, they put me on their backs and they made sure that they wouldn't let me down every step of the way. These guys were tremendous. I mean, they brought it home for us. And Detroit, you were incredible. Pittsburgh, here we come.
Is this the last stop for the bus?
You know what? It's been an incredible ride, and it's always a time when you have to call it quits. And I played this game to win a championship. I'm a champion, and I think the bus is the last stop is here in Detroit.
Well, it's home, fifth leading rusher, Super Bowl champion.
The bus's last ride carrying him to both the World Championship and hopefully the Hall of Fame in 5 years. We'll be back in 90 seconds with more coverage from Ford Field.
Okay, guys, look what we just got. Hot off the presses, the news exchange partners we have at the Pittsburgh Tribune Review. Champs, Pittsburgh Steelers win 5th title.
Like the sound of that.
Yeah, it's good. So look for that tomorrow. Ben Roethlisberger, the youngest quarterback ever to win a Super Bowl.
We're going to have a lot more from the players and from Ford Field, but this is also a celebration of victory for Steeler fans, Steeler Nation worldwide, and we want to get the sense right now. Jim Parks is standing by. South Side might be a lively place to be right now. Jim, how are you?
That's an understatement, Scott. Lively is the word for it. It is, you know, really more than 20 years of pent-up frustration just being released here on Carson Street. These fans are absolutely nuts right now, but a controlled nuts. I mean, so far we have not seen any real problems. You know, a couple people had too much to drink. but not, you know, there's more than 150 police officers out here on Carson Street right now. And I got to tell you, there's not been a problem that we've heard about or we've seen. Now, it's early yet. That could change. But we spent this evening going from establishment to establishment, watching the game with folks, talking to them as they watch. And I can't tell you how many people we saw here and we talked to who aren't originally from Pittsburgh, but came here. We talked to a woman who came here from Florida, a man who came here from New Jersey, another man who came here from Chicago, just wanted to be here to see the Steelers win the Super Bowl, and they never had a doubt, not even after Ben Roethlisberger threw that interception. It got a little quiet. We were in the Blue Note at that time, but they really felt, really to a man and to a woman, that the Steelers were going to win this game, just as the Steelers knew that they were going to win this game. There are right now literally thousands of people out on Carson Street. The police have the street closed from 10th Street all the way past the Birmingham Bridge to 25th Street. They started towing cars out of here about 6 o'clock tonight. And all of the side streets are closed as well. So people who came down here to watch the game and are parked on side streets aren't going to be able to leave here, and police are saying probably till about 3 o'clock in the morning. So guess what? We got a Steelers Super Bowl party going till 3 o'clock in the morning, and maybe later, I think.
All right.
They'll enjoy hearing from you on the morning show at 5 a.m., Jim.
Well,
so
I'll be here probably.
Yeah, have a good time, Jim. And you will want to stay with us because our own John Burton is in the locker room of the Steelers celebration, and we'll get to that just as soon as things settle down and he gets his videotape out. You'll want to stay with us for that.
yeah, it's going to be interesting, not only them celebrating, but also dealing with the fact that this was it for Jerome. And so we're going to have a lot of exciting things here. And Sheldon was in the stands. I can't wait to hear from Sheldon when he's out there. I think Sally and Andrew are back at Ford Field now.
That's it. Let's head back up there.
Hey,
Tommy Maddox is with
Scott.
him. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's right, guys. Tommy Maddox is here. Tommy, who has won a championship in the XFL. I'm sure this is a little bit sweeter to do it here in the NFL.
Well, I still appreciate winning the XFL championship, but it's nothing like this. This is the ultimate. It's great to be a part of it. It's great to be a part of an organization that's done some special things in the past, and hopefully to kind of start another run.
Tommy, you've had an amazing run through your career. I mean, the way you came back to the National Football League, became a star with the Steelers very early, and then you were part of this story where this team won 3 straight road playoff games, and then you get done here in Super Bowl 40. I mean, it has to be a dream come true to do it the way you and your teammates have done it.
Well, yeah, I think anytime you can do something that no other team's ever done, it's special, and to be a part of that. And I think if you've been in our locker room and you see the way the guys are together, 8 weeks ago now, we all kind of got in there and grouped together and said we're going to do whatever it takes to get this thing done. And everybody loves playing for each other. I think it shows through of how much we wanted Jerome to win here in Detroit. But not only Jerome, everybody wanted it for everybody else. And I think when you can get a bunch of guys that are unselfish that way, it makes for special things.
Tommy, did Jerome speak to you guys at some point, either last night or this morning before the game?
He spoke to us last week before the game, and I think that was very important at that time. I think once you get here and once the 2 weeks were up and we were ready to play the game, nothing really had to be said anymore. And he knew that. I think it was more us saying stuff to him than him saying stuff to us. And everybody knew how important it was to him, and everybody wanted to go out there and be successful.
Tommy, you were on the sidelines. No doubt you saw Bill Cowher's reaction. It was almost as if this weight had been lifted off his shoulders. Tell us if you heard what Coach Cowher was saying on the sidelines that was ticking away.
Well, I wasn't around it, but I can only imagine. I think anytime you go through struggles to get somewhere, it's even more sweeter. And 14 years is a long time, and he was close 10 years ago and had to wait for 10 years. But I think he would be the first one to say it makes it even sweeter. And I know that the journey that I had to take to get here makes me appreciate this more than if I didn't have to go through that.
Tom, you have served as a mentor to a number of quarterbacks and to this young one, his rookie year and even now. So it has to be gratifying to you as a teacher almost.
Yeah, it is. And Ben and I have a really good relationship, and we always have. And to see him mature and to do the things that he's done this year, it is special. And in some small way, you do feel like you have a part of it. And he's been very gracious and not taking all the credit for it, but I appreciate the things that he said, and it is fun to go out there and have one-on-one conversations with him and watch him go out there and play.
All right, Tommy, I see you have your son here. Obviously, it's a family moment as well.
Well, it is. I think that he's enjoyed it, I think, more than anybody, and she is. I told her about 10 years ago that one day I'd get her on the field of a Super Bowl, so I finally got to do so it's nice.
You know what? That's the best. That's the best present. That's better than a ring, right, Tommy?
No question. So thank you all very much.
Tommy, congratulations. It's been a pleasure covering you guys this year.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Tommy Maddox of the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers. Sal, we're going to throw it back to Pittsburgh. There's a big celebration going on. I got to tell you guys, these Steelers players absolutely elated and enjoying every minute of it.
And so are we.
Yeah, we're having a good time here too, guys. So stay with us because it is crazy. We're going to go back to Detroit with Sheldon Ingram.
Yeah, and as you see, nuts on the south side, but controlled nuts, as Jim Parsons says.
Yes.
And Sheldon was in the stands, and I can't wait to hear how that was back in 60 seconds. This one had all the elements. It had the tension, the sluggish start, then it picked up, and man, victory, I think it's just now starting to settle in on Steeler Nation.
And everyone is celebrating. We're going to go back to Detroit, and Sheldon Ingram was in the stands and just outside, and it must be crazy there with you, Sheldon.
Well, it was a great assignment to be in the stands with Steelers Nation. It was an absolutely electric experience. Just behind me right now, we want to see some of the fans coming out of Ford Field. They're pretty exhausted from all of the yelling that they were doing earlier inside of Ford Field. Here's the scene. Electric, high octane, high energy. There you see the terrible towels waving all over the place inside of Ford Field. This is even in the beginning of the game or before the start of the game, before the national anthem. And then during the game, as it got started, the fans continued with their electric pace, their electric energy, just full of excitement for the Steelers. They knew early on, or they believed early on, that this game would turn out to be a victorious one for the Steelers, and so they got a chance to celebrate all the way through to the fourth quarter. Now, we were there as a lot of big plays occurred in this game. We're going to take you to the Willie Parker long touchdown run. Right in the beginning of the third quarter, we were there in section 105 with a lot of Steelers Nation fans, and here's the call.
Today, and you're going to see Parker bursting one over the right side. They call him Fast Willie Parker, and Fast Willie Parker has done 75 yards for a touchdown.
What you want to do, get them to think that you're going to pass, then you get a little counter, a good block there, you just get by that safety again. They had that 8th man up. Once you get by him.
Okay, now we have some interesting sound from the fans, reaction from the fans on what happened after that Willie Parker touchdown. Let's hear what they have to say.
Your reaction to Willie Parker touchdown. What can you say about that? We're in the rainbow playing outside of the Powerball time. 686.
Great play. They wanted a blitz. He got past the line of scrimmage. He was gone. What'd you think of that speed here? Fast Willie.
All right. What we're going to do right now is go to Joey Porter. He's known as the Mouth. Let's see what he has to say now after his win.
No, he just walked away.
Well, we'll have to hear from him in just a little bit, I guess, right?
We're getting all the cues as each player comes in, talks to reporters. We're getting some stuff live, some stuff seconds later.
Should we wait and see if we can rewind this?
I think we're going to take it. I think we're going to have it here in just a second. But Clark Hagans, I think, is also talking to the media. Let's listen in as Clark talks.
Great, and we just pushed on through, gave great effort, and we came out with a victory, and we're Super Bowl champs now, 2006. Well, you got to let it all hang out. I mean, you got nothing to save anything for. I mean, we're not going to have another football game for about 8 months or so, and, you just got to let it all out and, just be pistol while you can, and there ain't no reason to hold anything back, and we won. Oh, this is big. This is big. I know a lot of people. Coach Cowher's been here before, and the Rooneys, they've been here many times, but there's been a lot of people that haven't been in this Super Bowl game, and went for them, and it's been a new experience for a whole lot of people, and this whole thing has been a new experience with the Rooney family and Coach Cowher, and it's just speechless, and we're so happy and thankful we bring it back to the Rooney family and Coach Cowher and Jerome.
that ball stays up there a little.
Oh, it was awesome. It was a yellow wave, a yellow sea. And, you know, that was one picture that I'll have in my mind forever, coming out through the tunnel before the start of the game after Jerome ran out and the rest of the team did. All the lights and just being on a stage like this and seeing all the towels swinging for 4 quarters of football, and our fans giving us great support and great crowd noise, especially when we were on defense, was huge. Well, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. We knew going in this game, you know, it's the Super Bowl, and it was going to be a close game. And, you know, there's ebb and flow between the game, and, you know, we tried to grab the momentum when we can get it back, and it was big. They made plays and we made plays, and, you know, we made some more plays and we made plays when we had to. A big sack by Deshae Townsend, and big pick by Ike Taylor, and Casey Hampton, Aaron Smith, and Kimo up front. Just played a tremendous game. Best coach I ever had. Very passionate about this game, and you know, he's going to be coaching for a long time, and you know, whatever happens. And I think that, you know what, Hall of Fame, if it comes for him, it comes for him. But I know the Super Bowl trophy and winning this Super Bowl.
He's absolutely right. It was the defense really in that first half. They did not break, and they came back in strong. Joey Porter, he was the one that talked coming into the game. So now, what does he have to say? We're going to hear it.
We're back in 90 seconds after this break. Well, he's known for his trash talk.
He is, yeah. He and Jeremy Stevens got into it, and both guys had quite a night. Joey Porter right now on his Super Bowl win.
Frustrated not making the plays that you used to?
No, it's not frustrating at all, because I was just doing my job. That's not the first time I played in a game like that where I just didn't make a whole lot of plays. It doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean? We have playmakers on this team. You can share the wealth. It doesn't matter who makes the most plays. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're all going to have the same championship hat on, the same championship shirt, and our rings are going to be identical.
Jones give you a tough time when you're
No, not really. I feel like they didn't do nothing special. It wasn't like they just ran the ball my side and got a whole lot of yards. I don't recall that. So, I mean, I don't know what he did so special. We played a football game, and we came out on top.
How often would you say your place? I'll tell you guys. Is there really one that you guys know that?
Yeah, I mean, what would be the reason of coming back? What would be the truly reason? If you can walk out from the game at the highest point, Super Bowl champion, in your hometown, after all them years, he's a Hall of Famer already. Why do anything to tarnish that? I mean, you walk out just like that. It's the perfect way to walk away. He's not doing it at this point in time in his career. He's not doing it for the money, because he's a smart guy. I mean, the broadcasting table is waiting for him. You know what I mean? He has a perfect smile. He can get behind the camera. He's great with words, and I think he has a face for TV.
Apparently, Joey Porter is now Jerome Bettis' agent, and he's going to be looking for 10%. But that is the sentiment. Why else would you play? It's like the perfect moment, and it really was for the fans and for Bettis.
Right now, let's go to Parsons. It's kind of crazy on the south side, and Jim, you're right in the middle of it. How are you doing?
Well, we're in the middle of it, but we're up on a roof because we're kind of wimps. I mean, if we were down in that, you wouldn't be hearing anything I was saying. So we're up on a roof looking down on Carson Street. It is a party on the south side. I want to show you something. Take a look over at this sign right here. The Chief, Art Rooney, believe. And these fans believed all night long. I said it earlier, even when Ben Roethlisberger threw the interception in the third quarter and then Seattle scored to make it 14-10, they never gave up. Every establishment we stopped in, they were never quiet. They weren't sitting on their hands. They were just like this. How else can I say it? Let's take a look over here across Carson Street. Gary, if you could zoom in those windows over there. We got people hanging out of windows. We got thousands of people on Carson Street. More than 125 police officers. So far, they haven't really had to do anything because really it's just a party. We hope this doesn't get ugly. At the moment, it doesn't show signs of that. Carson Street is closed from 10th all the way down to 25th. And the bars that are here are still up and running, of course. As soon as this game ended, you could see the doors just burst open and everybody came running out. We saw one guy take his shirt off, and we've got some video of that. We're feeding it back now. We'll show it to you later on. He goes running down Carson Street and does a belly flop on the ice and slides all the way down the street. And he got up and he was scraped up. He's not feeling any pain. He'll feel it in the morning.
All right, Jim. We'll check back with you in a minute when you get that videotape fed back in, okay? Right now, let's go to Oakland and see what's happening.
Yeah, we've been checking on fans all around the city, and we've had images from the Strip District, from the South Side, as people are kind of just taking in the moment. And obviously, you have a young crowd here in Oakland, and everybody, you kind of know that they went into that first half nervous all the way through. There were those setbacks, there were those points where you just thought we couldn't get it in gear. But this was a case where it was really, could the team rise? And they did, and now everyone is just going to take and just
and this is the celebration there in the heart of the University of Pittsburgh campus, and lots of street closings in the area. So if maybe you're at a party and you're thinking about heading home, you might want to try to avoid this area because lots of students are out in the streets celebrating, and streets are blocked off as we are bringing home one for the thumb.
Maybe kind of bleary-eyed for Monday morning on some of the college campuses, and obviously the Pittsburgh schools, they just decided to delay classes for 2 hours, let everybody get a chance to kind of soak this up and let it settle in.
And for those of you just tuning in, look at this headline we got from our new partners at the Pittsburgh Tribune Review. Can you see it better right there? Champs, Pittsburgh Steelers win 5th title. How about that?
Yeah, City of Champions once again winning.
Check that out tomorrow.
It was interesting, Dan, today even saying that he himself didn't consider this one for the thumb because this is a matter of generations. This is a matter of the homage history. But he said this is one ring for this time right now.
We're back in 90 seconds with more.
This is WTAE Channel 4 Pittsburgh, where the news comes first. Channel 4 Action News at 11 o'clock starts now.
Super Bowl 40 and the Pittsburgh Steelers are champions. Tonight, the moments to remember, ones we saw and barely believed.
This will be live and electric. Take the pomp and kick it up. Cowher gets his wish. Rooney takes the trophy.
Don't miss a man. Live to the locker room. The ones that made it happen. Guts and grit. Their night. Their time.
And the fans. Pittsburgh crowd deafening in Detroit. It echoes coast to coast. A generation of Steeler Nation gets theirs. Our night all around.
Good evening, everyone, and the news in Pittsburgh tonight is very good indeed. The Pittsburgh Steelers are world champions, Super Bowl champions, the 5th for the Pittsburgh Steelers organization.
And as always, Action News has you covered all over the place, but we're going to begin live on Ford Field with Sally and Andrew and Mike all in place there. Guys, what's happening?
Yeah, I tell you right now, the confetti is still fresh in the ground. In fact, it's still falling. In fact, the Pittsburgh Steelers are world champions, beating the Seattle Seahawks 21-10. And in fact, the players are still coming by right now. We're joined by defensive end Kimo von Oelhoffen.
How are you?
Kimo.
Is this your little one?
And this is Kimo's daughter. What's her name?
Talia.
Kimo, first of all, you know, this is why you came here. Now you are a world champion. Tell me what's going through your mind right now.
Just proud. They for the last 7 weeks they have practiced and prepared harder than I've seen in 12 years. And, I didn't say this before, but yesterday I expected to win. I did.
You said, remember we did 3-2-1. You're going to you won the Super Bowl, and you said you'd find your daughter.
My daughters and my wife, they mean more to me, and I'm glad you got to share this with us.
What does it mean for you, the veteran? I mean, you banging your head against the wall in Cincinnati, then you come here and you guys lose the AFC title game. I mean, it makes it all the sweeter.
It does. What makes it all the sweeter is, sadly, it ain't gonna stop here. These young boys play football hard. It is only gonna get better. And I hope to God I'm here to see it.
Kimo, it's always great to win a world championship, obviously, but the way you guys did, 3 road playoff games, you win your Final Four to make playoffs, then you come here in front of all these Steelers fans and win the Super Bowl. Is it more satisfying the way you accomplished it, even more so than just winning it?
you always want to be down low. You know, it's a deep down thing that when you're a fierce competitor, like we have 53 runs, the best motivation somebody you can't do nothing. And oh, it's so sweet. It's so sweet.
Did you have trouble with Jones and Hutchinson adjusting to them?
No, the run we played very well. Passing was a big boy now. You know, we got a couple good rushes, but no, they're good football players. Us stopping the run and making the good plays early in the game helped us stay in this game late.
Were there nerves the first quarter a little bit?
I think if anything, we overplayed a lot of stuff. You know, trying to play fast, trying to, you know, when you see them on film, they're quick. They get to the edge, and I think we overran a few early. You know, just injury, but everybody set it up pretty good.
I think we need to let you go. I think you got to
Congratulations and congratulations.
She's absolutely gorgeous. Take care. Congratulations.
So the Steelers win the Super Bowl. Hines Ward is the most valuable player, and Jerome Bettis, of course, calling it a career. And Mike Clark, part of our team, he is also here at Ford Field enjoying the celebration. Mike, tell us what's going on.
Well, all day today, Andrew and Sally, you heard the Seattle Seahawks fans calling the terrible towels crying towels. The Steelers are going to be crying their towels. Well, they are indeed tonight. Many Steeler fans crying tears of joy and using that terrible towel to dab those tears. Grown men and women inside Ford Field crying and so happy for Coach Cowher, so happy for Mr. Rooney. It was a mad dash onto the field as we scrambled and started interviewing all of the Steelers. We're going to hear from Big Ben. We're going to hear from all the Steelers in a minute, but first the man of the hour, the hometown man, Jerome Bettis. Let's hear what he had to say moments after they won the World Championship.
You know what? Pittsburgh is special to me. Hopefully I mean a lot to them in terms of what I try to do on the football field and try to give it 110% and give it all and go out there and represent the city, the organization, and my family well. And so, you know, I hope they appreciate me because we just brought a championship back home, one for the thumb.
I was with Ben Roethlisberger as he walked off the field. He kept on pointing to the stands and saying, "Champions of the world, the world," as he made his way into the locker room. That's where our Action News anchor John Burton is gathering more interviews for you. We'll have them all for you, so keep it right here on Channel 4. We'll talk to all the Steelers over the next couple of hours. Scott and Michelle, back to you.
Wow, I cannot wait to hear more from all the players.
And we've also put together a lot of video from Jerome's career to kind of fit this night. We're going to have that as we continue. This is a night for the players to take it in. It was great seeing Chemo. This is also a night for the fans. I think we're monitoring some of the situations around town right now.
There are parties going on at the usual spots. You can imagine Oakland and the Strip District and the South Side, and we have Channel 4 reporters all in place. And right now, everything is excited and there are problems going on out there.
Right, everybody kind of poured out of the places that they'd gathered to watch the game to kind of share in the moment of victory. It's fun to watch this. You have to kind of wonder how they were in that first half when it looked like, you know, we were ahead, but it was rough. And I think a lot of that excitement by the time we hit the second half and by the time things really got rolling, and by the time you had some of those electric plays, by the time Ike Taylor had the interception, by the time that you had, and when you have Antoine Randall L. tossing the pass to Hines Ward.
Ben to Willie to Antoine to Hines. And of course, record breaker, Fast Willie Parker, earning his nickname tonight with a record-breaking 75-yard touchdown run there, 1 yard over the record. Let's take a look right now at Bill Cowher and Dan Rooney there holding up the Vince Lombardi trophy just after the victory. And what a special thing. You know, Coach Cowher has said all season what he really wanted to do is hand the trophy to Mr. Rooney.
Yeah, and he said something I thought was very interesting. He said that they were asking how much this would mean to him, and he said that he felt like it was more important to seek a goal on behalf of somebody else, and that he had come to terms with that in recent years. The idea of achieving something not for yourself, but for others. And I think for him, it's for the team and for the Rooneys. And I thought that was an incredibly insightful thing from Coach Cowher, although he knew that it still had to be special as he kind of raised his arms, a bench parade, with all of those young teenage basketball players are around him, fresh from their games here. Yeah, indeed. And it's got to be a wonderful
And he's known as Jaw. You know, you think of him on the sidelines all season long with a stern face, screaming at the players for various reasons, and right after the game to see him in tears, hugging his daughters and kissing his wife, it was wonderful to see that.
And you know, in that sternness, it is a caring to drive each of these guys to be their very best. And the thing we got that week and throughout the day was that all of the Steelers believe that this team became incredibly close, and they achieved that victory together.
We have a lot to get to. As we said, Action News anchor John Burton is in the locker room hanging out with guys getting reaction. Mike Clark got reaction. We're feeding that tape back in, so stay with us because we will get to that. And Sheldon Ingram is live out there. He was in the stands.